Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Retro Gamers Podcast, episode number 329. Larry here.
And Anthony here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ant, what is going on here?
Nothing. I'm just chilling, nice and relaxed. You know, it's a beautiful sunny day out in Florida. And
I'll take your word for it. Yes.
well, here, look, I'll show you, but you might get burned.
What?
You know?
Oh,
Let's see. It's so bright. It's so bright I can't keep the shades open to show you.
For those watching, of those listening, Anthony is vacationing on the surface of the sun, apparently.
Yes, that's exactly right. I went outside and found myself a solar flare.
Look at this. Woo. Look at, he's got his drink going. Look at him. I'm shocked you're not poolside.
I am poolside. Just
okay.
I just flooded the room.
I was gonna say very echoey for poolside. Yes.
No, I just, I turned the shower on and just let it.
Fair enough.
Clog the drain, and we're all good to go.
Well, listen, better off than being in the apocalyptic hell that was New York for a couple of days.
Yeah, I know. I saw the Godzilla photos.
That was phenomenal, especially because a good friend of ours saw that photo, and he's like, "Oh, Cloverfield." I'm like, "I'm removing you from this chat. I am removing you from this chat."
Friendship ended.
Frank. Yeah, no, it was actually crazy here. Just to mention real quick, literally I'm working and I look out my window. It was yellow outside. Thanks, Canada.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I've been letting Canada know all week about it. I've been informing the Canadians.
I got a couple friends up there who are now aware.
Yes, yeah, it kind of reminded me of, the levels in Metroid when you go into the toxic areas.
Yes.
And they're different color. I go, that's what I thought of. I was like, New York is Metroid.
Oh, but it's cleared up now, so we're all good to go.
Hooray.
So, all right. Well, Anthony's on vacation, so what is he doing? He's recording this week, so why not?
I am not on vacation, but I'm in Florida.
You're away. That's the extent of it.
I am away. I am on location.
Awesome. So we're going to get right into things here. Before we get into the major stuff, of course, well, first of all, I don't know if anyone's noticing on YouTube. Yes, folks, I'm wearing a bootleg Retro Gamers Podcast t-shirt.
I don't understand how it's a bootleg if it's our logo.
Because someone else took the logo, sent it off to a printer. They did not ask our permission, not like we have it, and just made this t-shirt up as a birthday gift for me.
Did he sell it to you?
He did not, but someone made money off of this.
It's not a bootleg. You're all good.
So, someone made money off of this.
Yeah, the people who made it.
So now we're going to bootleg the bootlegger.
So we're going to make a really crappy logo on the shirt?
Yes, why not? It's like, what movie was that? Eurotrip. The producer, the director saw the bootleg movie like a week before it was released in the city, New York City. He bought the copy and he put it on the real DVD so you can actually watch the bootlegged version of the movie.
That's hysterical. That's really funny.
But well, since you're on vacation, Ant,
on location,
excuse me, no, for real, he's on location.
Yes.
I figured for any were able to find any shops down there or anything like that? You probably had time, but
as I say, did I find shops? Yes. Was I able to go to them? No. So
not yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, I'm still going to be down here for a little while, so I'm hoping to get an opportunity because I've apparently now decided in my infinite wisdom to add a new challenge to my list of things. And this is more of a lifelong challenge. This isn't going to be like something I'm going to get done in a month. But I now have a new goal of I would like to purchase a video game from every state.
Okay, I get that. Yep. That's kind of cool.
And since I travel, since I do travel a bit, I think for the most part that's feasible. But I also, when I say I want to get one from every state, I want to get one from every state from a local shop, and I don't want to go to I don't want to go to 50 GameStops.
I gotcha.
GameStop won't be around much longer anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, honestly, a friend of mine texted me something about that.
Yeah, they just lost their 5th CEO in like 5 years. And
holy cow.
Yeah, it's just bad stuff
And I was
there.
just there today too.
Yeah. I wonder if I offer them like $3 if they'll just sell me the company.
Well,
I'd be
you
like, you
buy
know what? Why don't you just trade yourself in?
you buying it used. Why
That's
not?
right. Find a used. I'll give you $3.
They wouldn't even take back my VR games today.
You went to a GameStop?
I had to return something.
Uh, what'd you
Yeah.
buy?
So okay, so
Wait. Let me circle back. What did you return now?
no, hold on. No, listen to this infinite wisdom that I have that I kind of took from my cousin because she suggested
Uh-oh.
it to me about something else. Long story short, a pop vinyl was released that was kind of exclusive to GameStop. It was a new $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase pop vinyl.
Okay.
Because now I'm only collecting for like topics and subjects that I enjoy.
Okay.
I'm not just willy-nilly buying everything. So anyway, and he also has a chase version, a variant version.
Okay.
So I upped my odds and I bought the maximum 5 pop vinyls from GameStop of the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase because the chases are random.
Oh, okay.
You can't just order the chase. Well, normally you can't just order it on its own.
All right.
So I figured, look, I think it's like a chase might be even like 1 in 6, maybe. So I figure 5, good to go. With the intention, because at that point I get free shipping because it came out to it's like $15 a pop or something.
Okay.
So I get the free shipping, good to go. I get the pop vinyls and I return the ones I don't need. Also, it's a good way of doing, even if there is no chase, just to get a good version. Because sometimes they pack a crappy one.
Right.
You can compare which ones you want to keep and then return the rest. And that's exactly what I did.
Did you get a chase?
Not only did I get one chase, I got 2 chases.
Oh, so thank you. You got me one.
Do you want $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase? No. Okay.
No, I do not.
So, but I have my regular and my chase, and I know a lot of people are going to start screaming at me, but I don't care because it's not the idea.
You returned.
I returned the other 3. So look, it's $15 no matter what. Yes, I could have gone on eBay and probably sell the chase, but then you know me. If that worked out easy, that's all I'd be doing.
No, you're just Joe Honest and
well, no, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, look,
person.
no, not well. Actually, it's commendable of me just to return it, not to try to make it right.
That makes you a terrible person.
But you know how my personality is. If it was that easy to do, I'd be buying all different pops. It would just be a mess. So I just don't need that addictive.
You know what you do? I'll do it next time, and I'll get like 4 chases.
Hey, look, I was shocked I got 2. I was lucky I got 1.
Yeah.
And when I returned it, they come in a box, like a box over the pop vinyl.
Okay.
So you can't see which one it is, but you can see the barcode on it. So when I returned it, the kid just scanned 3 barcodes, whatever. I got my money back, and he just puts them in. I go, okay, one of them's a chase. He's like, oh. We like that because they're going to sell it for a little more money.
Of course.
But I just wanted to return. So, but that worked out way too well. So we'll see what happens next go around.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
It was what it was. I wasn't looking to make a profit. So, I mean, I'm getting money back, so it don't matter.
Fair.
But I tried selling off because I can't get rid of them for the life of me. Because I'm not, first of all, I can't get rid of the PlayStation VR. I just don't use it. Especially because now my PS4 is basically defunct. Because of the PS5?
Well, you can use it on the PS5.
I can?
You can. There's a little adapter that they'll send you so you can use it on the PS5. Because I use mine.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. No, I play Beat Saber on my PS5.
Well, that changes everything now.
Yep.
Okay.
Unpack it, put it back out.
Well, good thing they didn't buy my non for resale VR games. Okay, well, I'll look into that separately. But that's why I was at GameStop. But they had a ton of pop vinyls and they had an oversized super shredder from the second Turtles movie.
Oh, nice.
Like, holding the ooze. Oh my God. I mean, literally the thing is like
did you buy
this big. It's giant. Might be like 3 feet tall or something. I don't know. It was the size of a small child. Maybe not 3 feet.
Maybe it was a small child.
I'm bad with.
It was a small child. It was a small child in a box.
It's like it was weird. Shredder. Banging on the plastic, trying to get out. So in any event, that's why I was at GameStop. But prior to going to GameStop, I
Uh-oh.
visited Game On,
Okay.
Miller Place, and I picked up a few things. I wanted to show them off real quick, and then we'll move right along here.
What did you buy?
I bought 3 games, which actually I think for the first time in a while, I kind of made choices as far as like good games. Well, maybe not good games as far as games from my past.
As I say, I'll judge that.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, the first one for the Super Nintendo, a game. I just love this game. The Game Boy version, I believe, might have been one of the first, if not the first, 4-player Game Boy game.
Okay.
But this was a Super Nintendo version of Baseball 2000.
Oh, I remember that.
It's like a first person, almost like Doom shooter, kind of sort of.
Yeah, it's
I love this game. I loved this game.
Yeah. I do not.
Shush.
Terrible game.
Second game. This one you're gonna like, Ant, because it's actually in box.
Ooh.
Yes. And I don't usually collect too much in box, even though I do have a small collection of in box.
But I like this one better.
And
let's
just
see if you ruin it.
There's a good song that goes with it, and I'll hum it right now.
Oh no. Oh, I know that one. City Connection.
Nice box. Look at the quality.
That's a great box. You know, I used to rent that game and I never got very far in it.
I rented it. I never owned it, rented it all the time. And I loved this game. I still do. Box, great condition. The cart's in great condition. The manual, not so much, but that's okay. It's got some love to it, as I like to say.
Well, very nice. That one is a good one to add to your collection. You can burn Faceball.
And did you ever play Faceball 2000?
Yes.
Okay. And then the third one is a game really purchased to justify another purchase that I made recently in the Analog Duo. I picked up on TurboGrafx CD Final Zone 2. Which is I'm trying to think what game I can
shoot 'em up.
It's not necessarily a shoot 'em up as much as excuse me. I can't think of another game to think of, but it's you can shoot in all directions. I want to say Smash TV as far as like how you shoot and stuff, but not necessarily how the level plays out. I know I'm not explaining it at all properly, but I looked it up on YouTube. And it looked really cool. And I'm trying to show you something from the. Here we go. Okay. So, what is that noise? Oh, that's me. I don't know if you heard that. Did you hear that?
No, I did not hear that.
Okay, good. Well, I've been pressing on the space bar. So, I mean, here's a shot of it. It's kind of. It's like a scroller, but you can shoot in all directions.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So that is now my third TurboGrafx CD game.
Which is great because when is the CD?
They just say coming out in 2023.
Okay.
There's not been an official purchase.
We'll see if you get yours before I get my N64 module for the Polymega.
You're definitely gonna get yours first, I bet.
Yeah.
So so I got like if I can get 5 CD games, I feel justified.
Okay.
But man, I mean, this one wasn't as pricey, but some of them are pricey. So we'll see. Come on, limited run, bring us Rondo of Blood.
Nice. Yeah, that would be great. Rondo of Blood, yes.
Western version, absolutely. So that's those are my new purchases. So
very nice, very nice.
And other than that, I think we can move right along. We're gonna
because
I try to speed through this a little bit.
Yeah, we need to because I have some things to do here. I'm very busy man.
Yeah. Are you going to the grotto?
No, I've already been to the grotto today.
Shush. I'm very mad you never brought me to the Batcave.
What? Why? Why are you mad?
Because you lived there for like 10 years and you didn't even know the Batcave was there.
Well, come visit. We'll go again.
I visited you 4 times. One time was a scouting report.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm so sorry I didn't show you the Batcave. Maybe it was because I was too busy taking you to all the wrestling events that you came into town for.
Not my fault. SummerSlam and Survivor Series and War Games.
Yeah, that they just all lined up
to be there.
For your visits.
There are 3 out of 5 times. Okay,
yeah, three out of 5. So 60% of the time you weren't there to visit me.
Well, yeah, and the first time doesn't count.
Right.
I was helping you move. So
that's right. So you know what that means? No Batcave for you. That's what it meant.
Dang it. Oh well. Well, in any event. Um, so I was perusing YouTube as I do, because YouTube is now like a channel, just a regular network, if you will.
Kind of,
And
sort of.
I will admit that this I'm kind of taking the idea from the Angry Video Game Nerd, but I just want to kind of talk about it because it reminded me of a game I completely forgot about. He posted up a video a couple weeks ago, basically like his 5 underrated games, 5 sleeper hit NES games.
Okay.
So I'm just going to read them out of order from how he does them on the video a little bit. Shadow of the Ninja,
Okay.
which is a fantastic game. It is currently available on the Nintendo Switch NES library.
Very nice.
A great game. I discovered that one. I remember a friend of mine had a modded NES Classic, and we're like,
Okay.
let's just try this game. It kind of looks like Ninja Gaiden, but plays better, kind of, than Ninja Gaiden, which is kind of weird to say.
Okay.
And it's an awesome 2-player simultaneous game. So think of Ninja Gaiden as a
Ooh,
2-player simultaneous.
that's kind of cool.
Very cool.
All right.
Another game that's available on the NES that happens to be on the NES Online, Vice Project Doom.
Oh yeah, that's a cool
Yes,
game.
very popular game. It's
Yeah.
got a mix of almost every genre.
Hmm.
It's almost like the Adventures of Bayou Billy. It's got a vertical shooter, it's got a side
Oh
scroller, it's
yeah.
got a gun version. DuckTales 2.
I think the reason why that would be a sleeper hit is because it kind of came towards the end of the NES's lifespan in the US, so a lot of
That
people just didn't get to play it.
and now it's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can buy if you buy the Disney Afternoon
Afternoon
collection, it's on
collection.
there,
Yep.
but an original copy is very expensive.
Yes, it is.
A game I've never heard of, but it's very weird. It's called this you'll like Rocking Cats.
I don't know that one.
Think Bionic Commando, but as like a Saturday morning cartoon with a cat as the main protagonist.
Oh, that sounds good. I like the sound of that.
I've never even seen it before. The artwork look up the artwork. It's awesome. The cover.
Okay.
So, and the fifth game is the game that when I'm like, oh my God, this is another one that I rented a ton of. I don't know, Ant. I feel like we might have played this back in the day.
Okay.
Even though NES wasn't really in our wheelhouse by the time we met.
Right.
RollerGames.
Oh yeah, I loved Roller.
Right?
I didn't own it, but
Neither did I.
But it was a game I did rent.
It was enough. So okay, this lead just off the top of my head. This happened. It's just lead me now to. I can think of 3 games on top of my head that I rented almost weekly, but never owned on the NES.
Oh,
I know I'm springing it on you. I get it. I just so happens.
you know what? I can name 2 for sure because I remember, like, I can just remember. So yes, I can give you at least 2.
Yeah. Well, for me, RollerGames is one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Faceball. I kept renting Faceball 2000 for some reason. That's Super Nintendo, but still, I rented it.
Okay.
And which I have behind me, Donkey Kong Classic, which is Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. on one card. I don't know why my parents just didn't decide to just buy him for me, but RollerGames when he started talking about it, I'm like, oh my God, I have to now find a copy of RollerGames.
Yeah. Now I wonder if I have a copy of RollerGames now that you mention it. I gotta look because I've picked up collections here and there, so it's entirely possible that I have one.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I know. I'm gonna look really quickly while I talk about. So the NES games that came to mind immediately when you said that, one was Ninja Kid. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, well, I do remember. I think I owned it, but I do. Great game. Wait, no, I'm thinking of Kid Nicky. Hold on.
No, not Kid Nicky. Ninja Kid was the
different game.
It was a game where it had an overworld kind of board. It didn't move, but there were different like little not castles. They were like pagodas like that you went to.
Super Mario Brothers 3, kind of like the overworld.
Yeah, like it had an overworld, and you walked to the pagoda.
Gotcha.
And then when you went in there, it was like a side.
Okay.
So that game I used to rent a lot. And then the other one that popped in my head was Karnov. Karnov I never owned, and I rented it all the time. And I don't even remember if I ever got past the first board or the second board. But I just remember all the time renting that. I do own a copy.
Do you? Oh man, yes, I'm jealous now. Because
and just so you know, because I use an app on my phone to catalog my collection. It's called CLZ Games.
Yep.
And they're always updating it. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but when I clicked on Roller Games, I just saw that they made a really cool update. They give you the trailer for
No
the
way.
game
That's
on the
cool.
app.
That's cool.
So, and then they also give you what the value of the game is
Hmm.
through
Okay.
pricecharting.com. If you put in how you own it,
I
like
think,
lose, complete, and
yeah, yeah,
lost,
yeah.
stuff like that. So it was also game number 483 that I entered into my collection on here, at least.
Feel like you're doing it alphabetically anyway.
Yeah. No, I was not. But so you were saying some. I'm trying to think of a third. Oh, you know what? My third one just popped up while I was going through my list.
Yeah.
I rented this all the time, and I don't think I ever owned it. Solomon's Key.
You never owned Solomon's Key.
I
Wow.
don't.
I'm kind of shocked.
I don't think I did.
Okay. I definitely remember
Um,
owning that.
I don't know. I don't think
Did
I
I own it
owned
again?
Solomon's
Did I
Key.
buy it again? I don't know if I bought
I
it. I had to
remember.
have bought it again.
I remember renting Solomon's Key a lot.
I'll have to check that out later.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah,
So
no, it's kind of
yeah. Those were those are three. Those are three
yeah.
that just
Oh,
pop
and then
up right.
City Connection. I said Faceball 2000 because I was staring at it. I meant to say
Yeah.
City Connection was the one I rented all the time.
Yeah, City
But
Connection I rented a lot too, but those three I
with
think I rented more.
roller games, it brought me back to the game. It brought me back to the stupid show that ran for one season in the 80s. I mean, do
I was just
you
gonna say that's why I wanted to play the game, because I used to watch the show.
and the show? So for those who aren't old like us, roller games was basically just
I'm not
imagine
that old.
what old enough that we have to remind people what this is. Roller derby, which is even older than we are.
Oh yeah.
But imagine roller derby, but like almost like with like a wrestling spin to it. Like it
Yes.
had characters. I don't know. Now this is a real question. I mean, what like were they trying to win, or like was the whole thing staged?
I don't
I
remember.
don't know if because the only thing I remember, I think being staged had to have been. You know what? It had to be staged.
I think it was staged because yeah, it's categorized as sports entertainment.
Okay. Hey, they stole that. No, because that makes
So
sense because the one thing I definitely remember, here's what I remember from Roller Games, a TV show.
mhm.
Icebox, one of the
Icebox.
players,
Yep.
and so if the teams ended in a tie, what they would do is the tie-breaking round is they would have one skater from each team come out called the Gator Skaters.
Yes.
And they would circle around and try and throw the other person into this pit of live alligators.
Yep.
Now, when you watch it, the way I remember it, they were terrible cuts to them trying to throw each other into the pit versus the alligators, unless the
Yep.
alligators were taped up and we didn't realize it. You know, their mouths were taped shut.
Could have
But excuse me, it was live alligators, and we're sitting there like, throw them in the pit, throw them into the pit.
Yeah. And there were I'm looking this up now on Wikipedia since we're talking about it. There were 6 teams.
Yes.
There were the T-Birds,
Okay.
the Rockers, Hot Flash,
I think I remember Hot Flash.
Bad Attitude, Violators, and the Maniacs. And most of the people on the teams had nicknames.
Oh yeah, that like, Icebox.
So like
yeah.
there was Icebox. There was Little Richard Brown and no, Harold Iceman Caldwell.
Oh, maybe it's Iceman. Okay, not Icebox.
Yeah,
Okay.
and other names like Dynamite Daryl Davis.
Oh my gosh, I got to look this up on YouTube. I got to find an
it's
episode.
funny. Gwen Skinny Minnie Miller.
There you go. I like it. And
they did have men and women. So,
yes, no, which is yeah. But here's the funny thing: the game had absolutely nothing to do with the sport aspect of roller games or roller derby. It was like this weird, not even side scroller because it would sometimes go vertical and stuff.
Yeah.
But what?
It was an arcade version.
Yeah.
That I don't remember.
No, actually, because we were talking about it at Game On. There's a pinball version of roller games.
Really? Wow.
Yep, a pinball machine.
Wow, that's not listed here.
But in any event, roller games, I am now trying to find is not at any one of the 3 Game Ons that I shopped at. Mm-hmm. So that is now my next go-to, my next big find is roller games.
Remember in the late 90s when they tried it again with Roller Jam?
Ooh, I vaguely remember Roller Jam. The name sounds familiar.
It was on TNN when they relabeled that station.
When it went to Spike?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I do remember.
Before it was Spike, it was
Oh
TNN,
yeah, yeah. It's like I know he's all right. Yeah, yeah. The Nashville Network.
Nashville Network,
Um, I think I
Roller
remember
Jam.
that. I think I remember Roller Jam, but I remember Roller Games more.
Oh, so do I because I
Yeah,
watched it as a kid.
me
Yeah.
too. One season, but it lasted a lifetime.
One season, 13 amazing episodes.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Just
So yeah, so Roller Games is next, and then finally, unrelated to the AVGN, a game actually that we're playing at Game On that, but I think it's very pricey, so I might have to stick to playing it on my analog. A game on the NES called Cowboy Kid, and yeah, it's one I never played growing up, but it's a kind of, how do they explain it? It's like a hybrid, almost like a Western Zelda 2,
wow,
where it's like you have this
interesting.
Zelda 2 almost meets Mega Man, where you have like this, you have to travel through the towns, try and find some stuff, solve some puzzles, but you get to choose in order what like
What you're doing.
what
Yeah.
yeah, you know, like what outlaws you got to try and scoundrel up. So so that's one I'm going to be playing on my analog pocket, actually, Cowboy
Okay.
Kid. So but that was, I just thought it's just Roller Games just brought back so much good memories.
Nice.
Big
Roller games. Oh man, that's a pull. That's definitely a pull.
right,
That is a
right.
pull. Yeah.
So
Um, yeah, so and since I didn't do any shopping, there's nothing for me to talk. The only thing shopping wise I did recently was I bought my ticket to New York Comic Con. That's about all I did.
oh yes, yes, I will be well, hopefully by the time this drops I have a ticket. I
Yeah.
gotta do that tomorrow from when we record. Someone's got to remind me.
Yeah.
10 a.m. Eastern. um so hey, let's go for Saturday.
Good luck. Why don't you just like put it on your calendar?
I will. No, I definitely
Yeah,
will.
there
So
you go.
all
Yeah.
right. Well, before we move on, and where can they find us and chime in on their memories of Roller Games?
Yes, if you remember roller games, or if you don't, you're probably better off if you don't. But you can chat us up at facebook.com/retro gamers podcast, on Instagram at retro gamers podcast, on Twitter at retro gamers pod. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube at retro gamers podcast, or you can email us at email@theretrogamers.com.
Yes. And with that, we're gonna move on, folks. This is permanent now. We this is the third week in a row we're doing
Third
this.
week. That's it.
So it's done.
It's stuck
It's
here.
here forever, folks.
Yep.
It is this week's or last week's. It is our game of the week.
Game of the week. Here we are.
Oh my gosh. And it was a fun one. I forgot how fun this game was. Yoshi's Island.
Yes.
Did you
So
yeah.
I did get a chance to play, but
Good.
since this was your choice,
It was my choice, dang it.
I think it's only fitting that you go first.
Yeah, hey, no problem. Yeah, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. Of course, it was originally on the Super Nintendo, later ported to the Game Boy Advance. I played it. I'll admit, I actually don't have a Super Nintendo copy. I thought I did. So I played it on the Super Nintendo collection on the Switch.
Nice.
The game, how can I explain
have
it?
a copy?
You should, because if you have your Switch, you oh, you mean an original?
No, do I have an original copy? There are copies. There are games I have that I don't even realize I have.
Oh, trust me, you have no idea. Sometimes when I'm shopping and I just like sit there, I'm like, then I remember I have a list on my phone.
I do not have it.
Yoshi's Island was so fun because it was a Mario game that just, it really changed how to play Mario. It kind of turned into a shooter, kind of sort of, meaning you know, you had projectile weapons. So long story short, the story is baby Mario and baby Luigi are being carried by the stork, as all babies are, because that's how babies are born.
Yes.
And Luigi is kind of like the movie almost. Luigi is broken off to go somewhere else, found by Kamek.
Yeah. Luigi was delivered to the wrong dad.
Basically. And Mario, the baby, just fell to Earth and landed in Yoshi's Island, if you will, with a bunch of Yoshis. And this is a Yoshi game. You are playing as him. It's the first in what led to some great future sequels of Yoshi's Island on the N64, on the DS, even on the 3DS. All right, DS and 3DS. I believe so. Yeah. So, and what I loved about this game, again, it's a Mario game just with a different twist on it. The presentation it was almost like it was hand drawn for the most
Mhm.
part, which back then, back in '95 when it came out, I thought visually it looked amazing with that hand drawn look to it.
Yeah. Had like a like pencil drawings
You
look like.
basically, yeah, colored
Yeah.
pencils, exactly,
Yeah, exactly.
which kind of kept that look all the way through until, well, actually until the Switch with Yoshi's Woolly World, where
He
kind
became
of
yarn or
yeah,
wool. Yeah.
which is weird because they did the same thing with Kirby. Like for a while, everything was about yarn and stuff. So,
Mm,
but but I never really got into the Switch game as much as I loved the Super NES game. So the visuals were absolutely outstanding. The level layouts with the kind of multi-tier level layouts, trying to find the special. They had, instead of question blocks, they were question clouds.
yes.
This one, and again, your main source of weaponry are eggs, Yoshi eggs, which kind of sounds sick.
Yeah, you're just laying eggs and then shooting them at people.
You eat an enemy, you swallow them, you poop out an egg, and then you end up firing off that egg at somebody
Mhm.
or something.
Well, if you think about it, you're just firing poop at them then.
Essentially, or children.
Or children. Yes.
So yeah, so like the visual aspect of it was great. They brought back, of course, you got a lot of classic enemies. Shy guys are predominant in this game, actually.
Yep. Love those Shy Guys.
Yeah, right. The only survivors really of Super Mario Brothers 2. A lot of piranha plants, and then a lot of original characters are in the
Mhm.
game.
Yes.
I One other thing to mention, I love with the villains for the most part were just regular enemies, but like Kamek would come and supersize them. He'd
Yes.
fly over them, and then that's there was a mid-level boss and then an end boss
Yes.
on each world, and I thought that was pretty cool too. Like just a very simple. I don't remember if a Shy Guy. I'm not that far into it right now, but I don't remember if a Shy Guy was an enemy, but just it was just a cool concept. Take just a
Mhm.
regular enemy and supersize them. So
Yes. Like McDonald's.
yeah, basically.
Yes.
How did I mean you never really played the game. So like how did you
Nope.
enjoy the gameplay, the aspect, and most importantly the shooting aspect? Because there is a bit of a learning curve to really try firing off those eggs.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first time I played Yoshi's Island was just recently. It was like literally 3, 4 weeks ago. I
Mm-hmm.
played like a couple of levels, and that was the first time playing it. But this week I went through all of World One.
Okay.
So I completed all of World One. And I love, like you said, the visuals I love. Like it just looks really cute,
Yep.
colorful.
Yep.
Again, that simple drawing design all really works, right? And it makes sense because you're playing to a story where it's like baby Mario, baby Luigi, so it's a younger, you
Mm-hmm.
know. It looked like they were aiming for a younger audience to play
It
this,
kind
right?
of. I guess you can say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I get. It's fun,
Mm-hmm.
and Yoshi's kind of like Yoshi's the dinosaur, so
Oh,
you also
totally.
play to that. So I loved that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
The shooting part actually, I didn't really have much of a learning curve on it. That part was really easy for me. Didn't have an
Okay.
issue with that. Um, where I struggled with the game was just controlling Yoshi. It was
Okay.
weird. So the jumping aspect of him, and he's got like almost like what Luigi did in Mario 2, where he kind of floats. He can float a little bit
A little bit, yeah.
if you hold the button down.
That
But I
okay.
but I found when I would do that, I would almost always like calculate a little bit wrong, or reflexively turn him in the opposite direction, and then he would
Okay.
move far enough to just fall to his death.
Dope.
Um, so that was constantly happening with me, and it was getting a little frustrating.
Fair
Um,
enough.
because for some reason, like I couldn't stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say though, I mean, the levels are cool. The levels are cool. The enemies are cool. I did like the supersize thing. I thought that was kind of
Yeah, right.
a fun little change.
Different way of doing it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm assuming Kamek is going to be the main
I
enemy at
forget.
the end of the game. Is
I
my
don't
guess.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't remember.
Because again, I don't know that much about this
I don't
game.
think I've ever beaten it, to be honest. Now that I
So
think about it.
I will say though, the thing that made me not want to play the game anymore, and I did get to that point at times. Like I did it in spurts.
Okay.
I beat a couple levels, put it down, beat a couple levels, put it down.
Hmm.
Um, every time Mario gets separated from me,
Yes. Yes.
I just want to throw the controller and be like, you know what? I don't care. Go die.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's all you get. Oh
Well,
wow.
not only that, but the fact that like he would fly up at
Hmm.
points where you couldn't reach him.
So
So he just starts crying, and I'm like, well, I want to get you. I go, but you got to come back down. So
do you know that if you shot an egg at him, he comes back towards you?
no, I didn't know
He
that.
doesn't. You don't rescue him, but he comes towards you.
Well, I'd want to shoot an egg to kill him at that point. I'd be like, you know what? Shut up, you little brat. I'm trying to get you. You're choosing to float away. So here's an egg. Nice knowing you. Goodbye. I'll go
that
find your brother. Maybe your brother doesn't cry.
that was the way that crying man really throws you off. And a
It
lot of times, like you
does.
get stuck in between. Like I got at one point, I got stuck in between characters.
Mhm.
So I kept getting like bounced back and forth, and there he is floating above me, and I can't get to him.
Well, and that's part of the problem too. It's like, when you get hit by somebody, he floats away. And then in a standard game, like Mario World or whatever, you get hit by an enemy, you either die or you get small or whatever it
Mhm.
is, but then you recover and kill the enemy.
Yeah,
In this game, you get hit by the enemy, Mario flies away. You're not trying not to focus on killing the enemy, you're trying to focus on getting Mario back, but
yeah.
then the enemies are like getting in the way, and it just becomes a bit more problem. And like there were times where it just got flat out
No,
annoying.
it can
So
get annoying, and
yeah.
on top of that, trying to find in every level, trying to find the 30, basically getting your count up to 30 seconds, trying to find 20 stars basically,
Yeah.
the five sunflowers and the 30 coins. I want to
Yeah, and
no 30
that whole chalkboard thing too. Like I didn't realize that. I think it was the second to last level that I beat, where I guess I collected enough that I got a bonus round.
Oh, you unlocked one of the question rounds. One of the question.
It was almost like a bingo card, and you had to pick
Oh, okay.
them.
That's what I want to talk. Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about next.
Yeah.
So no, that's not necessarily the points. That's if you at least get. So when you collect the sunflowers, there's five of them in the level. You collect five, and you
Yeah.
get a 1-up. Plus, you get the bonus points. But when you jump through at the end of the level, you get like it's almost like a rotation for a chance,
Yeah.
a bonus round, and that's you have like five chances depending on how many sunflowers. If you collect one, then there's only one sunflower on there to get a bonus
Got
round.
it.
And
Got it.
speaking of the bonus rounds, and I like the bonus rounds. There was one, two, I want to say there's three different types of bonus rounds.
All right.
There's
The card.
there's the card where you keep turning the cards until you find Kamek. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. You turn the cards and you can quit, or you can keep going, but if you find Kamek, you lose everything.
Right. And so when I played it, I had 5 turns, and I picked Kamek first.
I did that too, yeah.
Yes.
Then there was another one. It was almost like a scratch, like a scratch and win.
Okay.
There was, and then the third one is just really literally just check a box, and if it's Kamek, you lose. If it's a power up, you win.
Okay.
So I think those are. I don't think there's any others. There might be one I don't remember, but they were fun. The bonus rounds were fun.
Yeah, no, well, the one that I played.
Now I don't know if you noticed on the level, the overworld, if you will,
Mhm.
there are two question blocks at the end.
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying. I don't. Those are bonus rounds,
Those are
and
hidden
I
bonus
don't
rounds.
remember either. I think one of them opens if you get 100 points in all the games, in all the levels, or maybe at least 90 or 95 out of that. I don't remember. I got to double check that.
Okay.
Because I remember unlocking those my original go around. I haven't unlocked any of them yet.
Okay.
But my original go around, I think I unlocked a lot of those. So, yeah, I mean, besides that, I kind of like the idea of the relay system where you just like pass off Mario to another Yoshi.
Mario goes to another color Yoshi. Yeah, I did
Yes.
like that. So you got all the different colored Yoshis.
So it wasn't just green.
There was one Yoshi though that I feel like they didn't know what color to give him. So he's like this ugly kind of tannish brown
Yes,
type and I'm like, what color is that?
Very
That's a
odd.
bad color.
You're right.
That's a
I
bad
saw that
color.
and I was like, ooh, that's a little weird.
Yeah,
Um,
like poop Yoshi.
what? Oh my gosh. You know what? I believe there is a baby Bowser at the end of this game, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
okay. That gets
Yes,
supersized.
maybe, just
Maybe.
maybe. I
Okay.
gotta remember. So overall, what'd you think about Yoshi's Island?
Overall, I enjoyed it. I'm not sure I want to go back and continue
Really? I
though.
definitely,
Yeah.
I'm in the mood to go
Yeah,
back
I
and
don't know.
play. So
And it could just be that I need to kind of just get in a stride with it.
fair.
I'm also playing it handheld right now. I'm not playing it on my TV.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's better playing on the big screen.
And
So
funny you say that. The DS and the 3DS versions
mhm.
of the game, I really enjoyed, especially because you have first of all the two screens.
Right.
So you get really double the action. And I just Yoshi's Island DS, I think I had more fun with than Yoshi's New Island, which is a 3DS version. But
Oh,
so
interesting.
the original Super Mario Brothers 2 Yoshi's Island, just to mention real quick, Nintendo Power gave it a 16.6 out of 20, which is a weird rating number.
Odd.
Um, but otherwise very successful. Game Pro gave it 4.5 stars, and we're talking about the Super Nintendo version, not the Game Boy version.
Mhm.
Nintendo Life gave it actually 10 stars.
Wow.
Yeah, Eurogamer, no, I'm sorry, Game Informer gave it a 9.5 out of 10. So very popular for the time. It's been re-released a gajillion times.
Okay.
And again, right now available actually in two different forms on the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy Advance, Nintendo Switch Online. But we're talking about the Super Nintendo version. And hopefully anyone out there who played it had a good time. Fun playing the game. And with that, Ant, do you have a game for this week to choose?
Oh yeah, that's true because we didn't talk about it beforehand. So
Which we usually don't.
we usually don't. And I was trying to figure out a game that would work well for both of us.
That's usually the case.
And I failed miserably
Nah.
at trying to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dip into a
Ooh.
well that we talked about last. We talked about this as a possibility at one point, and I'm just gonna roll with it.
All right.
And again, just because I'm ill prepared today.
That's fine. No
I'm
worries.
too busy enjoying
Don't worry. I got a
Florida
good one for next week.
the Florida sun. Oh, good. I'm glad you have a good one because this is probably not going to be a good one. And
No,
that's the other thing too. That's the other thing too. It's like I like to go after. I don't want us to just go after games that we already
no,
know
this is
or
like
kind of know that
yeah.
they're good.
I'm
I
having
want
fun
to.
with this.
Yeah, I kind of want to go after ones where I'm like, okay, this could be a total disaster.
Oh, I'm still ready to snap Tomb Raider in half. So
Oh, that is true. You did hate Tomb Raider a lot, so which made me happy. In fact, when I get back home, I want to finish the game because I'm almost
mm.
at the end. So I really want to go back and
Awesome.
I really want to go back and finish it. Okay, so my selection is a game
Mm.
that I know we both have,
Good.
which
Helps.
is good. Yeah, exactly. It's a game I know we both have, so it'll be easy. I did not want it to be a game on the Nintendo because we just
Okay.
did a Nintendo game, but
Eh,
we're going to do another Nintendo
whatever.
game. But we are going to go to the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES,
Mm-hmm.
and we are going to play Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Excellent video game adventure.
Excellent video game adventure. My
Yes.
apologies.
No, you're good.
And that is
Ooh.
part of the collection that we both own.
Yes, I actually, I that's a game I rented maybe once or twice.
That is a game I think I owned. I own that game. Yes, I
I might
do.
have owned it originally. Maybe I did own it
I
briefly.
owned it, and boy, did I regret that.
Well, it's available now, like you said, on the Switch, the NES version. So, okay. We'll be more than happy to play. Hopefully, those at home have access either to the original NES game or on current consoles, the
Mhm.
the excellent collection, whatever it is.
Yes,
And yeah,
and
we'll play it.
I wish us both the best of luck.
We'll talk about it, and we'll see what happens.
Yes,
I enjoy it. Cool. That's awesome.
yes.
All right. So we're gonna wrap
No, it's
this.
not. That's excellent.
No, I like it. I didn't even set you up for that.
Nope.
Oh man, good stuff. Speaking of which, let's get ready to wrap this up because this is not a handheld episode. Let's get to some
All right.
news.
All right, we got some retro news. We got very little retro news
Fair
actually
enough.
this week, mostly because I could not find one of the websites that I normally use for
Oh,
news, so I don't know
probably
what
been
happened.
ceased and desisted.
It might have happened.
Well,
Who
I got
knows?
something I'd like to mention, actually, if I
Oh,
may,
please.
because I saw this on the internet. I saw it as like like I don't know, like someone broke breaking news, and to me, this is not breaking news. To me, this is just it just makes sense.
Okay.
So there's rumor, and this is what bugs me. So forgive me if I end up
I
kind
was
of
just gonna
taking
say,
over this conversation.
wait, it's breaking news, but it's a rumor.
Yeah,
A
they like
little.
treat it like breaking
That's a
news.
little. That's a little weird.
No, you're right. Complete rumor. There's nothing set about this. But
Okay.
again, people are treating it like, oh, we heard this or whatever. But to me, it's just obvious. I've been seeing a lot of talk, and again, I forgot what site it was, and I forgot what podcast it was, but pretty much someone saying that Nintendo and Illumination is either in talks or someone's throwing someone a lot of money to make a Zelda movie. And
Ooh.
to me, after the first weekend of the Super, after the first full trailer of the Super Mario Brothers movie,
Uh-huh.
how people reacted,
Yeah.
this to me is a no-brainer anyway. To me, it's almost like saying, folks, I got news for you. The sky is blue.
Mm.
You heard it from me first, folks. The sky is blue. Duh.
Well, not at night.
Well, I mean, actually, to be fair, the sky's actually not blue. It's a
That
reflection from the
it's a
water in the
reflection of
ocean.
the.
Okay.
That is correct.
Anyway,
So wait, so over the Hudson is the sky brown?
it was this week. It was this week.
Yes, it was.
So it bugs me when people are like, "Oh, I can't believe this is happening." To me, it's more like I'll be shocked if it doesn't happen, because with the amount of money that the Mario movie made, and it made a gajillion. I'm pretty sure the exact number was $1 gajillion.
Yes, it was exactly 1 gajillion.
1 gajillion.
Yes.
It would make total sense for Nintendo and Illumination to be in talks again. I mean, they got to be making a Super Mario Brothers 2 is a no-brainer beyond that, but to expand on their libraries, and I think Zelda would be the next logical choice. If I don't know now, I don't know if no one's mentioned anything about a cinematic universe or anything like that,
Oh,
but
right.
that'd be awesome if there was. But even as just a standalone Zelda movie, even done in the same cartoonish vein, stylings, I should say, as
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers movie,
Mhm.
it just makes sense for it to happen. When something's successful, you go for it again. Until it's not so successful, then
Right.
you step back and you think about it. So I don't know. It just drove me nuts when some people were treating this like it's like, oh my god, I can't believe this is true. Like,
Well, I
nah.
mean, it's the announcement of a different video game franchise, so I guess that's why it would be considered bigger news.
But to make it sound like this was never gonna happen, you know
I
what I
see.
mean? Like, to me, it's like as soon as I saw the Super Mario Brothers movie in my head, I'm already going, are they going to go Zelda or Metroid next? Like, what's next? Or Donkey Kong, I should say. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So to me, it's not a matter of if; it's really a matter of when,
Got it.
in my
All right.
opinion. So again, there is
Well,
nothing official announced,
no.
nothing leaked, nothing. No one stole anything. You know what I mean? Like they
No, well,
originally
and
did
that
7 years ago.
and that's the weird thing about it because it's breaking news. It's a rumor, and I'm like, I don't think rumors should be breaking news.
I agree with you.
So,
I hate rumors to begin with. So,
well, I mean, the ultimate response to that is we'll just have to wait and see.
yes.
I'm not going to get excited about it
No, neither am
until
I.
it's official.
Well, you're the Zelda guy. So.
I'm the Zelda guy, so it's like I need this news to be official so then I can do my happy dance.
Yes, that would be a different ballgame.
So, yes.
Not like me when I was watching Transformers: Rise of the Beast. No spoilers. So
no spoilers. It sucked.
It was good. I didn't like the humans. I'd rather it just been the Transformers. But that's me.
All right, fair enough. Why did what's his name come back from the first one?
Oh man, I was waiting for that. I only wish I would tell you when we're done recording because I don't think you're ever going to watch the movie. But I don't want to
Those
spoil
are
it
those.
for you.
I usually want to. I don't. Did I ever watch the last? I did. I watched. I did watch Bumblebee.
Bumblebee was awesome
Bumblebee was fine.
because it's all G1 stuff. That's what this
Yeah,
is.
I don't think. I don't. I think I watched the last one on a plane or something.
The
And
Michael Bay ones.
yeah, yes.
They all were
Wait, the
bad.
new one's not Michael Bay?
I think he produced it, but he didn't direct it. This is like a
Oh,
sequel to Bumblebee. It takes place in New York City, 1994.
oh. Well, then there's hope.
Yeah, it's all G. I mean, I'm not a fan of Beast Wars, but this worked out pretty well.
Yeah, Beast Wars was after my time with the Transformers. I had
Yeah,
grown. I had grown up enough to not watch Beast Wars.
Meanwhile, now I'm watching. I found a YouTube channel about this guy who goes into deep, but only like 10-minute videos. But he deep dives into almost every part of Transformers. Holy Lord, I'm loving it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm learning everything. So.
All right, so we're off Zelda, right? We're moving on.
Yeah. It's just now we're gonna talk news, not rumors.
Now we're gonna talk news, and I've only got a couple of bits of news, and they're all so this will be quick. One was a piece of news you actually sent me. It's not retro game; it's current game. But I'm very, very sad to hear that the Friday the 13th game is going to no longer be available for purchase as of December as of December 31st, 2023, because Gun Media, who published the game, is losing the license. Now, if you know the story behind the game, there was some contentious contentious legal issues around the game, and the owner, an original writer director of Friday the 13th, and as a result, they weren't allowed to create new content for the game, so they basically have just been keeping the game running. So yeah, which is sad because it's a fun game.
It's a very fun game.
Yeah. So as of December 31st, you will no longer be able to purchase it or any of the DLC. And then, as of Gun Media has promised, the game will continue to run through 2024, but they have not said that it will continue. They won't guarantee anything after 2024. So,
well, I mean, look, it's one thing. It's almost like their hands being forced, so you can't really blame them in this one.
No, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's not their fault, and they did try to recover from it by coming out with other games, like multiplayer games. But the Predator game was not good.
No,
it really wasn't. All right, other bits of news, and this is maybe related to retro, maybe not. We'll see. But Capcom has announced that their next showcase, airs, or well,
aired, I think,
have aired Monday, June 12th. They already announced that they're going to be showing Dragon's Dogma 2, Exo Primal, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, as well as a few other updates. So we'll see what happens with that.
Unfortunately, I wasn't crazy about their last showcase that they did. And a lot of people, showcases.
The last one had the Mega Man compilation.
Yeah, but it was Mega Man Battle Network.
Oh, okay.
Everyone poo-pooed on Sony's recent.
Yep.
So and everyone's kind of a little worried about the Xbox showcase, which actually I have received. Don't get me wrong, this is not because we're a podcast. I just submitted for it. I did get a special link for the Xbox Fan Fest Virtual, which is actually from when we're recording tomorrow.
Nice.
And I think I might be able to. I think the Xbox showcase is tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
June 11th, excuse me.
June 11th.
I got to double check that, but I got this link. I got to check that. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens with Capcom.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about the Capcom one, they're saying it's going to feature roughly 36 minutes of news and updates. But they're also talking about, this is their 40th anniversary. So I'm curious to see if they're going to. I'm curious to see what else they have in store to celebrate their 40th anniversary. So.
I mean, short of Mega Man 12 being announced, I don't know what else they can do as far like on the retro side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yep. And then the last bit of news, literally little bits we have this week. Last bit of news to announce that Nintendo Switch Online added 4 more games this week.
Yes. Now we are talking retro.
Yeah, now we're talking retro. So for the Game Boy Color, you can now play Kirby Tilt and Tumble and Blaster Master Enemy Below.
Yeah, so Tilt and Tumble is very weird to play because it used to be, you had to turn the whole system,
Right.
the whole Game Boy. But this, uses the gyroscope in the controller. So that was a little weird to play, because I did try it before. And Enemy Below almost, I don't think it's a direct remake on Game Boy of Blaster Master,
Mm-hmm.
but it's bad. It's Blaster Master on Game Boy, so that's pretty cool.
All right, cool. And then for the NES, you got a game called Mystery Tower.
Very weird puzzler.
Yeah,
Almost has a Solomon Key feel to it, except
Yep.
I cannot get past the first stupid puzzle.
Well, that for you that makes sense.
No, try it. Upload your system and try it.
All right, I'll try it, and then I'll take a picture when I get past the first level on my first try.
Two
How about
pieces
that?
I got to move, and I can't figure it out.
All right, well, I'll try it and then send you a
Okay.
picture. And then last but not least, for Super Nintendo, Harvest Moon.
Yes, and Natsume they were tweeting the heck out of this.
Yes, they were very excited to announce the release of Harvest Moon.
It's kind of the first time I've seen a publisher, an original publisher, really promote their game on, that is being released on the Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
That's not like a standalone game or like a remaster or something. They're like, hey, now you can play the original game on Nintendo Switch. They've been promoting the heck out of this, almost to the point I might give it a shot. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't cost me anything, so I might give that one a shot. So,
No,
but yeah,
that's probably worth it.
4 great games. But to mention real quick, the Japanese side games, for the most part, 3 games are the same.
Super Ultra Baseball is the 4th one. Yeah.
Which is a very interesting looking game. It's like it's baseball, but like you have like superpowers.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a little place like guys are jumping all the way up in the air and like
I kind of like
stop the ball. I might update because I have the Japanese side too. Yes. I can download those. I might update that. I'll give that a shot.
All right. Well, if you do, let us know.
Will do.
And honestly, that's all I have this week for Richard.
That's fine because we're almost on an hour. So
there we go.
With that being said, one more time, Ant, wrap it up. Where can they find us?
You guys can find us on Facebook.com/RetroGamersPodcast, on Instagram at RetroGamersPodcast, on Twitter at RetroGamersPod. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube at RetroGamersPodcast, or you can email us at email@theretrogamers.com.
And with that, Ant, enjoy your time in sunny, beautiful, wherever you are.
I will enjoy where I am on location.
And with that,
speaking
folks, of, he's heading back out.
I'm heading back out to the night sky. Where'd the sun go?
Uh-oh. I don't know why I find that so funny. All right, folks, we'll catch you everywhere next week on the Retro Gamers Podcast.